What's up, everyone? Mark from Leveled Up back here. Yeah, back here with you for another episode of Ask a Life Coach. Let's see what we've got. What are some tips for improving kindness and in inner monologue? Tips for improving kindness and inner monologue. It's a good question. I think it's really important that, we become our own best friends in life because, you take yourself with you everywhere you go. And it's just crazy to me how many people are super supportive friends, but then they tear themselves down, So how do we stop doing that? I guess, what I want to say is just talk to yourself like you would your best friend. So, don't be nagging or ripping on yourself if that's not the way you talk to your friends. And if that is the way you talk to your friends, then stop doing that, please. Okay. Let's show compassion. Let's show understanding. Be flexible. Look for bright sides. Be your own cheerleader. When things seem dark or maybe it seems like you failed at something, try to spin the situation. Try to find a positive in it. I think that's maybe one of the best things you could do for your inner monologue is just try to find positives in everything. So it's easy to find negatives. Sometimes it's harder for us to find positives, but they're always there. So something didn't go the way you wanted it to. Well, okay, but and where's that redeeming but? Because there are always positives, and if you can get better at finding them and kind of spinning that situation, playing devil's advocate with yourself. So there's that Cherokee story of the good wolf and the bad wolf, and which wolf wins, and it's the wolf that you feed, right? So just keep feeding that good wolf, keep putting that positive energy into it. Keep playing devil's advocate, with the negative thoughts. So if something seemed like, it was bad, and then just spin it. If you can, try to find something good in that situation. Also, you can just step away from inner monologue too. So the game doesn't have to be, either be kind to yourself or be mean to yourself. There's also the option just to put some distance between you and your thoughts, practicing mindfulness meditation and things like this where, okay, there's thoughts in here, but I'm not so tightly tied to them. I'm not always engaging with them. I'm able to just sort of let them come and let them go. So maybe there's a negative thought in my brain, and it's just, oh, okay, there's that thought, as opposed to, making it kind of larger than life. Oh no, well, what if it's true? And if it's true, then what does that mean? And then there's also this and there's that. And just not pouring that kind of fuel on it. Just like, oh, okay, there's a negative thought. So you'll have negative thoughts from time to time. And I think if you freak out when that happens, like, oh no, now I've got to fight it with a positive thought. Yeah, of course, by all means, challenge negative thoughts, find positives, find ways to build yourself up. Maybe consider adding affirmations to your daily routine. Things like this, they can be helpful and healthy. So I don't want to downplay that at all. But again, also, an inner monologue war can be really exhausting. So when you're not feeling up for it, when you're not feeling like your own best friend, it's also okay just to step away from inner monologue, just to engage in other activities. Anything that puts you in the moment, helps you find the flow state, is perfectly a good solution to that. And again, also just meditating, finding ways to distance yourself from your thoughts can take away all these shoulds. We don't want to turn any of this into a should, like, oh, I have to be nice to myself, or I have to think of a kind thing to say. Like, that's a lot of pressure as well too, right? Then you sort of set yourself up for failure. Like, oh no, I wasn't nice to myself, and now you're being mean to yourself or being mean to yourself, and what are we even doing here, right? So to some extent, it's just stripping some of the power away from thoughts and recognizing that they're all over the map, they're weird, our brains can be unpredictable, and that can be okay. If you can shrug it off, let the thought come, let the thought go, and then engage in whatever else you were doing, that might work for you as well. So it's wonderful. I guess one other thing that I might say is you could improve kindness and self-compassion in other areas of your life, and then the inner monologue might follow. So if you're finding that you're having a hard time talking to yourself kindly, it's possible you're also maybe not living super kindly toward yourself. So, engaging in self-care throughout the day, doing things that are nice for yourself, at some point your inner monologue might catch up and get on board with that too. So don't just talk to yourself kindly, but live with compassion towards yourself, and treat yourself and do things that are nice for yourself. Take good care of yourself, and this whole bigger picture, I think, will hopefully start coming together for you in a positive way. So those are some of my initial thoughts on that question. It's a good question. I appreciate it. Please, all of you out there, continue to be kind to yourself. You're all awesome. I appreciate all of you so much. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you back here in the next video.